Hello, Mensa. Welcome to another episode of Wellness Wednesdays. Today, I'm going to just talk a bit about my journey with therapist and psychologist. So, the first psychologist that I ever went to, I was 13 or 14. Lovely lady, she was, lovely white lady. She was good. I had fun with her, and she had candy. I love sweets, so it was really cool. And then my GP suggested that we go to a black therapist that for our certain family dynamic and the issues that a black one would have more understanding. And then we did that when he was a very, very lovely therapist. I had sessions with him alone, and then we had family sessions. I think it was really, really great. It was really growing. It was a great time of growth for all of us. And then, so that was around then 15, 16. I think I stopped going to any therapist for a bit. And then I started again at 18 at a different one. He was more of like a young adult psychologist that I went to him on and off. You know, when you're better, you don't want to go. When you're feeling better, you don't want to go. Again, you're like, oh, problems. And then you go back. So it was kind of like that on and off. It wasn't a consistent, like every month kind of sessions. And then in 2022, I believe, he did recommend that I go to an institution. But at that moment, my medical aid didn't want to pay for it. We didn't have the cash, we didn't have the means. So then that's when I had started going to him every month, right? He actually wanted every week, but again, medical aid wasn't paying and we couldn't afford the every week, so the every month. So, and then after that, I did stop. I think things seemed better. And then I went to the States and then I came back, and then that is when November 2024, I spent 2 weeks in a psychiatric day hospital. And then also there, I met a new psychologist, a new therapist, a new psychiatrist, because these people are different, hey? A psychiatrist, an occupational therapist. Yeah, it was quite a hectic, a trauma counselor. It was quite a hectic 2 weeks. But what I loved about that day hospital, the reason why they call it a day hospital is the reason why they call it a day psychiatric hospital is that you get to come home after you spend all day there. You get to come home. And I think that might not work for everyone, but it worked for me. The coming home, the sharing what I'm learning, the because you need to be able to communicate with your family. You need to be able to actually heal and take these lessons and take these healing with you and share it with your family. So I think it really worked well for me. So yeah, I met all those people, and then last year I still went to go see the psychologist and the psychiatrist. So the psychiatrist, excuse me, psychiatrist sessions are shorter. You do some talking, but not as deep as the with the psychologist. And the psychiatrist is the one that dispenses the pills. The psychologist doesn't give you pills. So yeah, I still saw those guys in 2025. So yeah, that's been my journey. I like the psychologist and the psychiatrist that I have now, so I wouldn't change them. And yeah, I've gotten so much better. I guess I'll share other details at a later stage. But yeah, that's for now. That was my journey with psychiatrist and psychologist. And I know it is so strange at first to talk to a stranger. You almost don't know what to say, and you feel like that hour is never gonna go by. But once you start opening up and talking, the hour just goes by like that, and you're just like, we're done. It is quite strange at first, but once you become comfortable, it is so helpful. It is so healing, right? Oh, and also last year I started to see I think I mentioned this, a spiritual therapist from Focus on the Family. It is very healing. Honestly, it is very healing. If you find the right ones, God truly, truly uses these people to help you heal. And I think I'm the best version of myself that I've ever been. I think I realized today at church while the pastor was preaching that I've been floating through life. I've just kind of been floating through life, floating through my spiritual journey. But now I'm present. I'm in there. I'm present in my life. I'm present and intentional about my spiritual journey, about my relationships. It is beautiful. Healing is beautiful. I'm not saying I don't have bad days. I'm not saying it's all good, but it is beautiful. Healing is beautiful. All right, guys, I will see you next time. Remember to stay spiritually healthy, mentally healthy, and physically healthy.